Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's DIY DIECAST, and in this episode we will be uncarding or unboxing 4 Dale Earnhardt Senior 1/64 scale G-body Monte Carlos, and they are different variations of the Monte Carlo, slightly different paint schemes on some of them, and maybe some different castings. We'll find that out when we get them opened up and out of the package. But if you're a Dale Earnhardt fan, this should be very interesting to you. And if you're just a fan of NASCAR and NASCAR history stuff, these are 4 neat vintage castings that will be very neat to see them outside of the package. So, first of all, we've got the Racing Champions, and then 3 winner circles. And I'll go ahead and start with the Racing Champions here. Get you set up here. Alright, so this is the Racing Champions. Dale Earnhardt Monte Carlo. Also referred to the Monte Carlo, the 80s body style there, as the G-body. There's a quick look of it in the package. And as you can kind of tell, this one is a little bit older. It's a 1993 release. And before I open this, I know what some of you are probably thinking. Man, that's a Dale Earnhardt Sr. car. Why in the world would you open that? Okay. There's a couple reasons why. NASCAR DIECAST has taken a big plunge in value over the last couple of decades. In the late 80s and early 90s, NASCAR DIECAST was off the charts. I mean, this car that I hold in my hand right now in the package, this Racing Champions Dale Earnhardt collectible, this would have easily costed you $30, $40 to get. NASCAR diecast prices were very high in the late 80s and early 90s. And there's some rare stuff out there that's held its value, but a lot of it just hasn't, the older stuff. And there's a couple reasons for that. You know, this is a Dale Earnhardt Monte Carlo unboxing video, so I don't want to make it too lengthy with the stories, but just a couple reasons why, you know, I would open these packages, and I'll be very happy to have them displayed in a much more space-conserving way, and so that I can enjoy them outside of the package, is that what affects the value of these nowadays is, unfortunately, this last generation of collectors or so, they may not even know who Dale Earnhardt was. There were a lot of great NASCAR legends. Another one I'll name is Richard Petty. These guys were famous, fantastic, very popular racers, and their diecast brought a lot of money. But that was back in the days when they were still racing, and people knew who they were. Everybody knew who they were. I mean, Dale Earnhardt, come on, the Intimidator. And but you know, this last generation or so, they're just not going to remember, in some cases not even know who Dale Earnhardt was, unfortunately. Even being the off-the-charts legend that he was. So these cars just don't hold the value anymore. And my prediction is that they're not going up. I think they're going to go down, if they could possibly go down anymore. This car, even from 1993, still in the package, still being the legendary driver that it is, Dale Earnhardt, you could easily find this for sale for, you know, $5, maybe $10, you know, and then a couple dollars in shipping on top of that. But for that reason, I'm going to keep my cars. And if you collect diecast, you know, once you get up into a certain number of them, you run out of room for them on the cards, for one thing. I don't collect them for value anyway, and I really like them to enjoy them outside of the packages. So let's just get right into it. 1993, been in the package a very long time. The glue was so dry on that just snapped right off of there. Gave me little to no fight at all. Alright, this is cool. You get this base with it. Comes with the trading card. And what I want to point out that caught my attention immediately was whenever you get these cards with a diecast car, they're usually blank on the back. But check that out. It's not a real signature, of course, but you have a little something on there. There's some information about his home and his birthday, and that's just neat. If you got the blank space on the back of a card, kind of reminds me of a sports card. They got stuff on the back. I like to see it. All right, so let's get to the car. And I am a big fan of the G-Body Monte Carlo. I mean, even without it being a racing collectible. Just love the body style. And there it is. About the ground effects. Much like the SS version of the Monte Carlo from the 80s. Number 3. Got all the little racing tampos in there. Even detailed on the back. Put the nice lines in the back window detail. And in the windshield. So they tried to give us some good detail. Plastic tires, of course. It's racing champions from the old days. Metal base and metal body. Great example of the Dale Earnhardt Intimidator Monte Carlo SS. Alright, next up. Now, these next two are going to be kind of similar, and they're both the winner's circle. The apparent difference immediately looking at them inside the package that I can see is the, even though the car is the same colors, the trunk and rear quarter panels are a different color on each car, and also the number on the side of the car is blue on one and yellow on the other. Also, one is a 1984 and one is a 1986 Wrangler Monte Carlo. So we'll open these up and look at the differences between the two. And this one is from 1997. So very old diecast collectible here. Got a card with the details on the back. Alright. Quick look at the card there. There he is, the Intimidator. Dale Earnhardt himself. And a look at the car. Love this blue and yellow paint scheme. Very nice. Wrangler details on the back. White letter Goodyears on plastic wheels. I like how, as opposed to this one, you really can't make out the headlight details or grille on that because there's so much black on that car, but on the yellow one you really get to see the grille and the headlight details. You can definitely tell that is a Monte Carlo SS. It's a very good quality casting. far as the body goes. Plastic base on the winter circle and a metal body. Very nicely detailed interior that you can see with a roll cage and even the window net there. Very fine details. Okay, and the other similar 1984 version of this Wrangler Monte Carlo SS, probably from, yes, also from 1997 as well. And then we have another collector's card. Information and art on the front and back of that card. And what we came for. Nicely double packaged to keep that paint nice over the years. And another sharp lined Monte Carlo SS. Great body lines. Got a chrome grille in the front of that one as opposed to a black one on the previous car there. And also the lines in the windshield are all to the passenger side on this one, and they're in the middle on this one. The obvious paint scheme color difference between the two. We did get the white letter Goodyear Eagle tires, plastic. Nicely detailed racing interior with the window net and roll cage again as well. And this one has the hood pins on it. I guess this one does too. Oh, all of them do, even the black one I'm looking at over there. Try to get in real close there. The little metal bumps representing the hood pins on there. That is fine detail. Plastic base from Winter Circle and a metal body. Two great versions of that Monte Carlo SS. And the last. Okay. Now I was wrong. When I grabbed this to do this video, I took a quick look at that, and I thought that that was a Monte Carlo SS, but hey, we're already here, let's open it up. That is the Pontiac Grand Prix. Yep, that's a Pontiac Grand Prix, you can tell from that front end there. So we got 3 Monte Carlos and you can see how similar the G-bodies were or whatnot. You also had the Buick Regal, and the oh, it's not coming to me right now, but the T-Type, the Grand National, there it is. Okay. Oh, let's check the date. 1997 again for this one. 1981 Wrangler Pontiac. Yep, I should have caught that when I was picking these out, but hey, still very cool. Still very excited to see this out of the package. And we got another card with this one. Information and details on the front and back. A slightly different picture of the legend himself, Dale Earnhardt Sr. And for the car, this may be my favorite out of the 4 so far. I love the paint scheme. I've always liked the Wrangler colors on their race cars and the paint schemes. Reminds me of watching NASCAR many, many years ago. And what I like about this one, especially, is those white wheels. I don't know, it just really sets off the race car theme of the car. And I like it. Got some nice details. We can clearly, some NASCARs, you know, it's hard to tell what kind of car they are even. They're so similar, but this one gives us a nice representation of being a Pontiac Grand Prix from that front grille there. Looking very much like a Monte Carlo SS from the side. Slightly different body casting, so they didn't just take a Monte Carlo and redefine the front end a bit. This is pretty accurate. And again, very nice detailed race interior with the roll cage and window net, plastic base, and metal casting. Alright, there they are. 4 different variations on some Dale Earnhardt Sr. Racing Classics. If you don't have these in your collection, these are very nice. Even if you just like G-bodies and you're not necessarily a racing fan, these are some great G-bodies that are very nicely detailed and decorated up for you to consider. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll do a lot more videos like this. I've got many more diecast items to open, thousands, that'll be doing in upcoming videos. Please like and subscribe so that you can be informed when the next video drops. Until next time, thanks.